This here is from Variety from September 24th, 2024, which is pretty funny because People just published something pretty positive on Johnny, and now it seems that Variety also has to. The reason I'm smiling is because these publications have been against Johnny for the last 4 years at least, maybe even longer. They tried desperately for so long to keep throwing in negative things about Johnny anytime Johnny did something. But finally, it looks like now that we're living in the turned tide that there's not much more negativity left. Johnny Depp says his life turned into a soap opera as he debuts first directorial effort in 27 years. It was televised, in fact. This is written by two people for whatever that's worth. During a San Sebastian press conference for his latest directorial outing, Marty, 3 Days on the Wings of Madness, Johnny Depp reflected on the nearly 3 decades since his last feature outing. Great way to start. Just talk about Johnny, what he's doing, and his success. I'm not going to forgive and forget. I don't like Variety. I never will. But it's nice to see you guys, and gals, I guess, have to write positive about Johnny. Then they talk about Johnny comparing his experiences. Great. They quote Johnny. Sure, we can say that I've been through a number of things here and there, but I'm all right. Depp then seemed to allude to his recent legal battle with ex-wife Amber Heard, saying, I think we've all been through a number of things. Ultimately, maybe yours didn't turn into a soap opera, televised in fact, but we all experience and go through what we go through. Okay, so in this case, bringing her up, I guess was okay, because yes, he kind of hinted towards it anyway. And alright, I get what Johnny's saying. I mean, some people definitely do go through worse things than others, that's a fact. But let's just say for the people who aren't going through the extremes, I guess it always feels like it might be really bad for us when it's not that bad because everyone's going through something that's really bad for them anyway, so it all works out in the end. I think he's trying to say. But it's always something kind of poetic from Johnny, which is nice no matter what he says. And honestly, I'd like him to say something that I agree with, that I find valuable, but I don't care what he says. I just want to see him make the movie and have it do good and go on to the next thing and have that do good. That's what he does. He's an actor. He's an entertainer. So we want to see him get back to his normal state, which it seems like it is pretty much at this point. I will be the first to admit I still am wanting that big Hollywood movie for what it's worth. You know, Hollywood ain't what it was back in the day, but I still want to see just that final piece of closure. He gets kicked out of them, now he's back in them. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to hold out hopes forever. It's okay. But, just saying, that would kind of be a nice little icing on the cake. They talk about Marty a little bit, the plot line, characters, actors, things like that. Of course, Al Pacino. They said Depp was in a reflective mood for much of the discussion. He said his more recent experience directing was infinitely more positive than the one he went through helming The Brave, which he also directed in 1997. This time around, Depp says the experience allowed me to be able to really see and experience that sort of, to basically be a giant toddler as I am, and to understand that when you're making a film, at the very least, it's going to be fun. And then they quote Johnny on this after being asked, will he ever direct again? I'll never do it again. Never again, he declared confidently before quickly reconsidering, I might, sorry, I apologize, I might. Obviously, Johnny's got mixed feelings. I'm sure it's a pain in the ass, one way or another. Probably it's kind of a love-hate thing. I wouldn't totally know. I'm excited to see the movie and to see how it is directed. But if this is the last one he directs, that's cool with me. And it ends here, just with more info on the review, on the press conference, stuff like that. Nothing negative. They used to end with some stuff about you-know-who, the court case, the UK, blah, 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 blah. But now it seems we're pretty much back to normal. And now Variety and People who whined like babies for years, kicking and screaming about Johnny, have to just report good stuff. And that's why these videos are more fun to make. If none of this ever happened, honestly, this probably wouldn't be a video. But now it's a happy video that certain people have to say certain things about Johnny on their job. Thank you, Variety. Before I go, shout out to Carmen and Laura on X. Laura will be linked down below. And Carmen, you can see right there. Maybe give them a follow. They help me out a lot. Anyway, done here for now. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.